I went to RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology. It's college for nerdy people, and nerdy people are usually people that don't belong at nightclubs, including myself. However, I did have a friend from high school who went to school at McGill University in Montreal, so we had made it sort of a tradition to go up and visit her, a couple times a year. I had taken some of my floor mates from my freshman year up with me, and one of them was a guy, his name was Anthony, and Anthony was in many ways the opposite of me, and we almost had this bond because of that. He was very much into like partying and getting with as many girls as he possibly could as any opportunity. He would always explain it that he was from Connecticut, and that's why. I'm not really sure if that makes any sense because it never has to me. But apparently his group of friends from Connecticut, they partied really, really hard, including, he had all these great stories, like one of his buddies lost his virginity in a threesome. And that's what people in Connecticut do, apparently. So he had almost taken it upon himself in some ways to sort of teach me his ways in college. And it sort of became bad when we went to Montreal. So in Montreal, we were kind of going around having a fun night of debauchery. Ended up in this place called Cafe Campus. It's a nightclub, and I had had my set of overpriced Jaeger shooters, and I was kind of feeling like, you know what, I'm in a nightclub. I'm not usually into this sort of thing, but you know what, I'm just gonna embrace this and like be like just bluff my way into belonging in it, right? So we were all in this square area. Everyone was dancing. Everyone having a good time. It was actually really fun. I even caught the eye of this really cute girl across the dance floor, and we actually had this locked eyes thing, you need to come over here and talk to me. So I was like, you know what? All right, I have to do this. So my group of friends is over here, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll see you guys later. I'm going over here. As I started making my way across the crowd, I looked back just to make sure I knew where my friends were in case I needed to reunite with them later. And at that very same moment, out of the crowd burst this 6-something foot tall, 300-pound, really, really, really drunk girl, and starts dancing with Anthony. And I think that's kind of a really kind of funny thing. I was like, all right, cool. He's got someone to dance with. I've got someone to dance with. I'm going to go talk to her. So I go over and I see her, and the first thing I ask is, do you speak English? Because, it's Montreal. Some people just speak French. And she's like, yeah. And just before I'm about to open my mouth and say the next thing that I thought of, a hand grabs me and turns me around, and it's this same really, really large drunk girl that I just seen a moment ago. And she starts dancing with me. And when I say dancing, I kind of mean standing up as close to clothed sex as you could possibly. She was grinding on me from my ankles all the way up to my shoulders. And I was a little drunk and I had no idea what was going on. And so instead of being no, I'm talking to her, I was a little too nice and I just went with it. So this large drunk girl, she's grinding on me really, really hard, and about this moment, the original girl who I had intended on talking to had made her way behind me and actually got right up to my ear and goes, "So you like big ones, huh?"
Woo!
And I couldn't do anything. I was just I've already committed to this. And here's where things got weird. She stops dancing with me and kind of grabs me and pulls me close and tilts her head over and just bites me. And so hard that it hurt, but probably not so hard that it bled. Just on the cusp of that. She must have had practice or something. And once again, I had no idea what was happening, and I just was stunned. I had no idea that this was even a thing that you can do. So immediately she goes she's like, "Buy me a drink," and she starts dragging me across the dance floor. And this actually brings me past my group of friends, and she's got me by the hand, and I'm just and they're all, you know, laughing at me like nothing. Eventually I go, what am I doing? I can't do this, and I like disengage from her. And I was like, I can't handle this. She's too much. And I get back to my group of friends, and what I find out is that the moment that she had started approaching my friend Anthony, he immediately went, no, that guy. And he pointed at me from across the room.
Yeah.
I had a red mark on my neck for about 3 days afterwards, and that was my mark of shame of trying to bluff my way into belonging in nightclub in Montreal. Thanks.
Woo! Brendo, we should go clubbing tonight.
What?
No.
Yeah, you can go.